Turning to our forecast now as we take a live look at our Lewiston sky cam. Sunny there in Lewiston. Let's check in with Weather Authority meteorologist Emily Santom once again. Emily, sun is deceiving. It is feeling cold out there.
Yeah, it really is. More clouds will move in later on this afternoon, Stephanie, and that'll be the same idea for Friday, but definitely is an active weekend ahead. But the bigger weather story are those cold temperatures heading in later next week. Time is currently 12:15. It's 25 degrees in Portland right now, 27 for Lewiston, 22 up in Bangor. Satellite radar is pretty clear for today, but more clouds begin to move in as we head towards around dinner time later on this evening. 13 degrees for Rangeley, 17 up in Augusta. Plenty of clouds will be with us overnight heading into the early hours of Friday. Should start off pretty clear, especially in western and southern Maine. Temperatures starting off in the teens and the 20s, but more clouds begin to linger on in, more so hang out in the western Maine mountains and northern Maine as we head towards the evening hours, but should stay pretty clear along the coastline. Overnight, though, we're looking at clouds to move in for Saturday ahead of some rain. So here's a look at your 7-day Weather Authority forecast. A pretty active weekend. Looking at temperatures in the upper 30s, near 40 degrees for the coastline with some late day rain on Saturday. Continuing all the way through the early hours of Sunday. We'll start off pretty dry in the morning, the mid to late morning hours for Sunday before some overnight and even second half of the day snow begins to move in, some light snow along the coastline into probably the first half of MLK Day on Monday, where temperatures are going to hit the teens and the low 20s, and that'll be the idea for early next week too. So here's a wide look at our forecast. Once again, weekend weather, we're bringing some rain, some snow showers in the mountains, all ahead of a cold front bringing some very cold temperatures to the region. Looking at lighter amounts of precipitation, but really the main weather story is that cold air in the back end of that. For MLK Day, though, the snow will mostly miss Maine. We're looking at that low pressure well off to the Gulf of Maine, even off the coast of New England. This is most likely going to be a southern New England type storm, so more snow there. Some light snow totals along, I would say, the coastline for Maine. We are in a snow drought, though. We've only had about an inch of snow in the Portland area since January 1st. The average is 18.6. So if January ended today, we would see the least snowiest January on record, but 1908 actually holds that crown. But more recently, a snow drought in 2004 only left 2.8 inches of snow in the Portland area for January. I mentioned this a little bit ago, but our main weather story next week, those cold temperatures, we're looking at single digits and teens really for the highs, sub-zero temperatures at night, and it goes for wind chill values. We're talking probably one of the coldest stretches of weather in really 2 years. We're looking at wind chill values, feel like temperatures well into the negatives, negative 20s for the mountains, negatives in the single digits down near the coastline, but as we head towards Wednesday, very, very cold day. It'll feel like negative 12 at the 8 o'clock hour. In Portland on Wednesday morning, negative 21 for Rangeley. Even colder as we head towards the evening, still feeling like negatives all throughout the state, close to 30 up in Rangeley. So a very cold start to next week. Here's a look at your 7-day Weather Authority forecast, looking at a partly sunny Thursday, clouds of sun for Friday, temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s for Thursday and Friday. Late day of rain in the forecast for Saturday, both along the coastline and inland. Could see some mountain snow as temperatures are a little bit cooler for Saturday. Sunday, we're looking at snow and night continuing into the first half for Monday. And next week starts a very cold trend for Monday all the way through Wednesday. With those coldest temperatures on Wednesday, looking at plenty of sunshine, which will make things feel a lot colder as we head towards early next week. So Stephanie, we are starting off really cold, negatives at night, more inland. Definitely the cold stretch is on the front door.
You know, we were saying during the break that you don't notice it a lot whenever it's 14 or 20 degrees. It's all the same.
Cold, right?
Not a fan.
I can think, though, I'm like, oh, this is what negative 20 feels like, or it all feels the same once you get to a certain level.
Do you notice the difference more as a meteorologist?
I do, because I see the temperatures and I see the data before I go out on the weather deck or even like out in general, but it gets to a point where I'm like, this is cold. Cold means cold right now.
The husband wanted to go out walking last night. I was like, no, it's too cold.
No.
It was like 14 degrees.
Yeah, you mean if you bundle up, you're pretty good.
True. I don't know.
Not for you, though,
not
right?
for me.
Not for me either. So.
Thanks, Emily. Hey, a reminder to track the weather in your area in real time by downloading our WGME weather app. It's free in your phone's app store. Just search for WGME WX.